What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Black Hippie 333. Wanted to do a video. Just had some things on my mind. It's kind of been, experiencing a lot and interacting with a lot of different kind of energy. That's kind of pushing me towards, being a little bit more, I guess, open, and I guess more allow me to communicate some of the things that I'm just thinking about and some of the things that I'm experiencing. So I wanted to do a video today. I was just having a thought. I was just sitting on the ground. I was stretching. So sometimes when I stretch and just like release certain like stress and like tension within myself, I think that's like a mental and a physical thing that people experience. Like when you stretch, when you work out, you're actually releasing things that you can't see. Um, and I was just thinking about duality a lot. Um, First thing that came to my thought, I was just thinking about um, light and dark, and that came from me thinking about the the idea of good and evil. You have the yin, the yang. There's always two sides to everything, and I think I was thinking about astrology, and I was just thinking about how like when you really look at somebody, and if you study astrology, if you understand energy, you can kind of understand other people's energies and intentions and actions and like see certain things that maybe, if you weren't analyzing it or if you weren't really looking at it from an outside looking in perspective, then you wouldn't really understand or you wouldn't like you would maybe find fault against something. And I was just thinking about like how we tend to put our own perspectives and our own energy on other people and kind of expect them to see it the way that we see it. But really, it's hard to do that because you're always going to end up maybe wanting things that you can't get. And people aren't going to always understand you because everybody has so much going on. Everybody's working through whatever they're working through in their own life and wherever they're at in their journey. So it's just important to understand like duality. And that's even within yourself, like there may be parts of you that you feel like you should be ashamed of, or parts of you that you feel like you wish you could change. But learning to accept certain things, and that's not even saying like you can't improve or get better or become more aware, but it's like, there's certain things within your own energy, your own spirit that you have for a reason. And I think that's everything. And that goes into duality, that goes into the idea of balance. Um, I think of Libra a lot when I look at duality because it's always a scale of trying to keep everything balanced. And it's just important to see that within everybody and to really understand that, the world is much bigger than your own perspective and that your perspective plays a large role into who you are and the people that you interact with and the things that you're meant to do. But it's important to differentiate between your perspective and somebody else's perspective so that you can fully, be present, be in the moment, and really just understand. And that's not to say, you don't have boundaries, you can cut people off, you can say certain people are meant to be in your life, but it's also important to know, like, because one thing, there's a result of another. And that's just how life is. If you look at the physical, you can't be too focused on the physical sometimes because then you miss out on the intangibles, things you can't see. And that's what started this thought actually, because I was stretching. I was like, some people are so focused on the physical, looking good, working out, eating good, money, material, and you can get wrapped up in that. You can get wrapped up in how good you feel every day. You can get wrapped up in how much you have every day, but you kind of lose that experience of the things you can't see, like your soul, your spirit, your energy. Those are certain things that you can't buy that. You can't duplicate that. Like if you don't pay attention to the spiritual gifts you have, you don't pay attention to other people's spirit and other people's essence and soul, if you're just solely focused on the physical, you can miss out on so much. So, but the same applies if you're so wrapped up in the physical, and you're so metaphysical, and you're so like, out of body, your physical is not going to be good. You can be thinking about things, you could be, you know, in tune maybe on a spiritual level, but physically you have to integrate that. And it's important. That's that balance of life. That's that balance of understanding like everything you're given physically and all the tools you're given, but also understanding the things that people can't see within you and being able to tap into that and being able to see that in other people and recognize that it's much bigger, and that's that spiritual essence. So yeah, I just wanted to share that today. Just having duality and understanding it is very important. Like you got good and evil, you got God, the devil, you got black, white, you got. There's always the opposite. There's always an opposite, and it can feel negative, it can feel bad, but it's kind of a part of the balance. You don't have the good without the bad. There is no reference. There's no point of view from that. So it's a dual type system. So yeah, let me know. Leave your thoughts if you're feeling something. Just feeling inspired. You want to share it.